News from News 8.
We are following breaking news in our Smart Start. According to the Associated Press, the U.S. health experts are expected to recommend COVID-19 vaccine boosters for all Americans, regardless of age, 8 months after they receive the second dose of the shot.
This comes as the Delta variant continues to surge across many parts of the country. Last week, the FDA said transplant recipients and other immune-compromised patients could get a third dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. We expect to hear from local and state health officials today about this potential change in vaccination guidance.
New this morning, Rochester police are investigating after multiple shots were fired on Monroe Avenue near Marks, Texas Hots. Police responded around 3 a.m. for the report of shots fired. When they got there, they found evidence of a shooting. However, they do not believe anyone was struck by the gunfire.
In his first address to the nation following the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan yesterday, President Biden said he, quote, stands squarely behind his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan.
Joined this morning by Washington correspondent Raquel Martin, once again live in D.C. Raquel, good morning. So what is the next move for the Biden administration when it comes to Afghanistan?
Good morning. What it looks like the Biden administration right now is focused on trying to get the Afghans and American citizens still in the country out safely. We know they are ramping up the amount of troops they're sending to the Kabul airport. And we know yesterday, after they temporarily suspended flights because of some of the chaos we saw break out on the tarmac, they have resumed flights. Press secretary from the Pentagon says that they will be trying to, the goal rather, is to try and evacuate up to 50,000 people per day on 20 to 30 flights. So that seems to be the main focus. Of course, they are going to try to have a diplomatic approach with the Taliban to try and have some peace negotiations moving forward. But they are standing by their decision not to have any military action and try to move forward in a diplomatic way.
A lot of criticism from Republicans about what the president said. What are they saying?
There's definitely been a lot of backlash from the president's speech yesterday. Many Republicans saying that the president is not taking enough accountability for some of the chaos we've seen break out. Many saying that the strategy was flawed and that there should have been more efforts to try and evacuate people before troop withdrawals. So right now it looks like some Republicans say they want a review into the intel that the president received to make these calculations. Democrats, on the other hand, are supporting the president, supporting his message and doubling down on what he says was an inevitable fallout because the president believes the Afghans did not fight enough to try and defend their country. Democrats seemingly agreeing with that and saying right now they really want to focus on the evacuation portion of this crisis.
Raquel, thank you so much. U.S. diplomats reportedly talking to the Taliban about the need to restore order at the airport, and Pentagon leaders reportedly warned them not to interfere with the evacuation.
Other news this morning, Greek authorities deploying dozens of firefighters and water-dropping planes in response to deadly wildfires that broke out near Athens. Greece has had hundreds of wildfires for about 2 weeks, leading to hundreds of acres of land destroyed. About 24 European and Middle Eastern countries are helping with firefighters, helicopters, planes, and vehicles. 2 people have died as a result of these fires, with entire villages being destroyed as well.
Rescue efforts continue in Haiti 2 days after a 7.2 magnitude earthquake killed more than 1,400 people and destroyed thousands of homes.
Carmela Boykin live this morning with how a local organization is helping the country. Carmela, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Leah. As rescue efforts continue in Haiti, local organizations here in Rochester are also working to help the country. Heart of God Haiti has been helping the country of Haiti since before the 2010 earthquake. I spoke with the executive director, David Young, who says the earthquake adds another challenge to a country that's already struggling.
So we just had the assassination of the president. You have a whole problem with COVID, lack of security, and all kinds of economic problems. And this is just one more layer of difficulty.
Young says based on his experience after the 2010 earthquake, any aftershock or landslides will cause further issues and damage.
They may not have a home to actually go to because the home they had has been damaged so greatly it's too unsafe to go back there. And that'll be a significant problem. There was a significant problem in 2010. It'll be another problem they face now.
Young says when assisting countries after major crises, it's important that the methods are helping, not hurting.
You want to make sure if we do, say, a rebuild, that you're using local laborers, using local suppliers, you're trying to use, a system where a person then, they can have a job.
This includes making sure the methods can function independently once aid leaves.
Our whole model is based on making sure it's self-sustaining, that it's running, that the Haitian folks can run it by themselves with very little, support from us, because the long-term goals for them to be self-sustaining.
Young says if you want to help after this earthquake, to make sure it will actually benefit the people.
You are going to support an organization there. Make sure it's an organization that's legitimate and the money is going to go where you want it to go. It's very important. And, you got to really think about the long-term impact of what you're doing.
And Young has been working to assist the country since he was stationed in Haiti in 2005. Heart of God Haiti has helped to support schools, families, and local businesses in the country. Reporting in Rochester, Carmela Boykin, News 8. Mark and Leah.
Carmela, thank you. Also threatening Haiti, Tropical Storm Grace, which is set to hit the Caribbean nation with heavy rainfall this week. Those organizations those organizing rescue and recovery efforts in Haiti say the storm could delay their operation. According to the National Hurricane Center, some parts of the island nation are also at risk for flash flooding. Tropical Storm Fred moved through the area last week and made landfall in the southern U.S. over the weekend.
Back here at home, we're talking about a break from the rain right now, right, James?
Yeah, nice quick break. We had showers earlier. Likely you're commuting over wet roads, but you can see here on satellite and radar, we get a nice reprieve before rain showers likely return as we get as later this morning and into the afternoon. Live sky eye, yeah, not that pretty. Overcast, a little bit of fog out there as well. Some drizzle expected for a lot of the day. 69, Henrietta, Greece, you're at that number as well. Brockport, 68 degrees. This is about 15 degrees warmer than yesterday. So if you didn't like that chill in the air for Monday, it's completely gone now. Temperatures climb to right around 80 this afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms. It may not be raining now, but an umbrella-worthy start to your day. Commute forecast and the last look at the 8-day at the end of the show. Mark.
James, thank you. Speaking of the commute, wet roads out there with our sunrise traffic, although relatively calm on the roads right now. One accident we mentioned on Route 104 West at Goodman Street in Rochester, but 390, 490, and 590 are all on time at last check. Well, after a weekend of backlash and responses from state lawmakers, the impeachment investigation into Governor CUOMO is back on.
The state assembly now says it will make parts of its impeachment investigation public. Last week, Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie said the point was to see if the governor should be removed from office, but he resigned. The Assembly Judiciary Chair also found constitutional issues with proceeding. Some state lawmakers say the investigation should have never been canceled. Now for the latest this morning on COVID-19, all healthcare workers in New York State will soon have to be vaccinated against the coronavirus. Governor Cuomo says this decision includes staff at hospitals and long-term care facilities like nursing homes and living centers. Staff members will have until September 27th to get the shot. There will be limited medical or religious exemptions.
Well, beginning today, New York City will require proof of vaccination for all indoor dining, entertainment, and fitness facilities in all 5 boroughs. Residents can show their physical vaccine card or the state's Excelsior Pass. All right, here's what folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. IHOP is expanding its menu to feature alcohol. The breakfast chain is rolling out Bubbles, Wine, and Brews menu that marries boozy beverages with the menu staples. There are mimosas to toast your French toast and a Corona Extra to pair with your omelet. The chain will also be pouring a variety of barefoot wines.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
Seems like an odd combination.
Yeah, not with breakfast. I don't think it pairs well, but hey, to each their own.
That's right.
Maybe they'll like it.
A little Bloody Mary in the morning?
Well, that's okay.
With your pancakes, James?
Not in the pancake.
On your pancakes?
That's a little strange, I guess, yeah. I understand that. Some rain showers out there this morning, but we're getting a bit of a dry time right now, so that's nice to see your drive cast here. Windshield wipers moving, especially if you're traveling south. If you're driving, again, next hour, you're good, but watch out as we get for that 9-10 a.m. time frame. We'll finish up here with the 8-day forecast. Looking beyond today, tomorrow, that's when we're going to be tracking Fred through our neck of the woods. It's 600 miles away, but it'll be moving right along this afternoon. Bring rain showers tomorrow, and then note the temperature starting to climb. We'll be in the mid-80s. Toasty times by the weekend. Mark, Leah.
Yeah, good to see those 80s still sticking around.
They'll do just nice of a job to keep us warm through the weekend. Yep.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is coming up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.